Because once you hear about Robert, you'll never forget him. This all started back in 1904. A little boy named Robert Eugene Otto, people called him Gene, lived in a beautiful house in Key West, Florida. Gene's family was wealthy. They had servants, a huge home. But they also had secrets. One day a servant gave Gene a gift. It was a doll about 3 feet tall, dressed in a sailor's outfit with button eyes and a strange, almost human-like face. Gene loved it. He named it Robert, after himself. At first, everything seemed fine. But then the parents started noticing odd things. They'd hear Gene in his room talking to Robert. Nothing strange, right? Kids talk to toys. But then, they heard a voice answer back. A deep, chilling voice that wasn't Gene's. Soon things started moving around the house. Furniture overturned. Objects smashed on the floor. When Gene's parents asked him about it, he'd say the same thing every time. I didn't do it. Robert did. Neighbors reported seeing the doll move from window to window when the family wasn't home. They swore its expression would change as if it was alive. And then came the laughter. Late at night, soft giggles echoing through the halls. Little footsteps scampering across the wooden floors. As Gene grew up, he kept Robert by his side. Even after marrying and moving back into his childhood home, the doll sat in a chair by the window, always watching. Gene's wife hated it. She swore she could feel its eyes following her. But Gene refused to get rid of it. He said Robert wouldn't allow it. When Gene died in 1974, Robert was left behind in the house. The new owners found him sitting in the attic, his face still wearing that eerie smirk. But it didn't take long for them to realize Robert didn't like being ignored. Visitors claimed to hear the doll giggling. Some said they felt him watching them, his head turning ever so slightly when no one was looking. Eventually, Robert was donated to the Fort East Martello Museum in Key West, where he sits to this day. Locked in a glass case. But even now, he's not done. People who visit Robert say their cameras malfunction when they try to take his photo. Electronics D. And worst of all, those who mock him or disrespect him in any way end up cursed. Car accidents, job loss, illness, even death. The museum has hundreds of letters on the walls, apology letters. Visitors begging Robert to forgive them, to lift the bad luck.